And here we go.
Free my mind, open my heart with the whispers of truth. To live a conscious life, to live a conscious life on the growing edge. On the growing edge.
Good morning and Om. Om is that beautiful centering mantra, that sound, that universal sound of oneness. And it's a great sound to make when you're just coming home to yourself, when you're arriving in the moment, when you're arriving in your center, when you're connecting with everything. If you do nothing else, maybe you're in the middle of a stressful situation, maybe you're just wanting to connect with the world around you. Just a simple breath, closing the eyes and doing an Om will bring you to center and connect you with the very fundamental order of the universe, which is always there. We can always relax into what's happening, relax into nature, relax into our higher self, into the universe. And using a mantra like that is a way to do it. It's kind of a shortcut straight to the very center of your being, straight to the very center of presence. So, good morning, good morning. Here we are on March 20th, 2022, and Satya inspires these broadcasts, Growing Edge Live, and we're all about healing hearts, transforming lives, and inspiring conscious evolution. And we talk about the growing edge because all of us are here at the very growing edge of our own evolution. Each of us are centers in this divine, mysterious matrix of life. We're centers. We're like distribution centers for the love and the beauty and the joy and the creativity of life to flow through us. And when we wake up to this, when we wake up to our own magnificence, when we become empowered to be a source for good in the universe, then there's a kind of a relaxing, a settling into who we really are and unleashing our power like we haven't done before. Because why? Because we're tuned in. We're tuned in to the infinite, eternal source. Some call it God, some call it the universe, some call it many names for that mysterious thing. But we tune into it and we become conscious of being distribution centers. And so that's what I talk about most weeks. That's what I'm going to be talking about today, as our theme is what is our theme? Glow with your flow. Glow with your flow. So let's do a little meditation, a little grounding, and centering ourselves in our flow. That is the God flow, the divine flow, the creative flow. Taking a deep breath, drawing your breath into your heart and expanding the field of love and appreciation. And as you exhale, just exhale a sense of peace for arriving at this place in time. Inhaling, connecting with your heart, and broadcasting love out into the world, sending a huge tsunami of love and peace to our brothers and sisters in the Ukraine, to those beings, those sentient beings in the Ukraine that are experiencing turmoil, experiencing deep fear, and experiencing extreme challenges, physical, mental, emotional challenges. And let's send them such a big tsunami of love and peace that they feel it now. So much love, so much empathy, so much compassion, so much strength, so much hope and encouragement and support and praise, acknowledgement. We're with them. We see them. We send our love. We send our resources. We send our strength. We support our political leaders that are joining together to support peace throughout Ukraine, throughout the world. and settling into our own place, feeling the seat, the surface you're sitting on, and feeling completely supported, completely grounded in this moment, knowing that there's nowhere else to be, nothing else to do other than simply open your heart and be ready to receive something magnificent today. Open your mind to receive. You didn't arrive here by accident today. You accepted an invitation from your soul to join in this bigger conversation, to learn maybe something through what I'm about to share, or just the feeling of being connected to this group, this live, this broadcast. Something wants to occur within you. Something wants to be revealed. Open up to that, whatever that is. Maybe there's a healing that wants to happen today, and you're in the right place at the right time, and you just let something go today that you've been holding on to that hasn't been serving you. And you're just saying, today I'm willing to let that go, whatever that is. I'm willing to accept a healing today. I'm accepting a healing mentally, emotionally, physically, psychically, spiritually. I'm accepting a shift in consciousness today. I'm moving away from fear, and I'm settling into the presence of love that I am. That's what you're doing today. Accept it, call it in, embrace it. Know that we are joined today by our guides, our guardians, our angels, that we are supported in this evolutionary shift that is occurring globally, collectively, around our globe, and personally within our own body, mind, awareness. Breathe it in. Exhale and relax, and when you're ready, open your eyes, touch your heart, activate that. Know that you're here for a reason, and we're about to find out why. So today, here at Growing Edge Live, inspired by Satya, we encourage you to visit us every week here. We've got something going on here every week, and we've got practitioners here to support you. Whatever you're going through, if you're working on something creative and fabulous, we've got the team of coaches to support you in taking that next step. And maybe you're struggling, you're really down, you can't see the lights, the glass is half empty and not half full. We've got coaches and practitioners that can support you in making that quantum shift to see the glass half full and start to fill that glass up to the top. Because that's what we're here to do together, right? We're here to support each other on this evolutionary journey, on this amazing life path. And so welcome. And so as we go with our flow, or I've changed the word to glow with the flow, glow with your flow. What does that mean? There's a certain flow to life, isn't there? And sometimes we can feel like we're in that flow. Things are clicking, things are moving, things are happening for us. We seem to be able to see the opportunities and the people around us that want to support us. And we seem to be able to connect and make those connections. And there's a particular flow that we join in with, and we feel the divine flow. We feel like we're a part of the flow of life, that the universe is all connected, and we get a sense of our wholeness, and we get a sense of our connectedness. We get a sense of oneness, and that's good. And then there are those times, it could be a whole day, a week, it could be a minute, that we feel absolutely disconnected. We feel the struggle of life. We don't feel supported. We're looking everywhere for some help or some guidance or some direction, and it seems to be outside of our grasp. And so that's part of this human condition. We're in the flow and we're out of the flow. But the good news is we're always in the flow. And when we feel like we're out of the flow, it's because we've become too mind identified. We've attached ourselves and our good to that which is outside of ourselves. So we're disconnected from that mental connection with the fact that we're always in the flow. So we simply bring our mind or invite our mind down into our heart. And when our mind is centered in our heart, then we're better equipped to be in the divine flow. And when we're in that place of flow, there's a certain glow that happens, right? There's a certain glow that occurs. And I think that's what we see in the images from these sacred texts and all of the beautiful spiritual art that you see. You typically see halos or light around someone. Well, that's because we are sensing on a subtle, energetic, vibratory level. We're sensing that inner glow, that light, the light of the divine within that person, within that being. You can see it around trees. I don't know about you, but I go outside and I can see an aura around the trees. I see an aura around a leaf, around a plant, around a mountain. That's because nature knows how to glow naturally. It's naturally moving in harmony with the universe. It's moving with the fundamental flow and glow of life. So there's a light that's emanated, radiated. There's a luminescence. There's a light that is undeniable and unmistakable with things that are naturally in their flow, naturally in harmony. And what makes the human being a bit different than the rest of the world, the rest of the sentient beings, is because we are so caught up in our mind, in our thinking, in our conditioned mind, in that part of us that has fallen from the grace of our glow, that we begin to feel dull or drab. And then we dip down into a sense of we don't know. We're not connected with our purpose. We're not connected with what turns us on. It's always there, right? All of those dreams and memories of our past, all of those inspirations that we've experienced up till this point, they're all there within us. We just seem to forget. The mind takes over. And the memory of all of those beautiful moments is clouded over. So we have spiritual practices. We have spiritual principles that we can align with to clear the lens so that we can see more clearly as to what's going on, that we can enter and occupy our flow and our glow. So the trick is, and the tip is, to find out what really lights you up. Because when you allow your joy to really be a guide for you, your joy, if you can maintain connection and contact with your joy, that will guide you to really understand your purpose. And so I'm going to do a little exercise with you to help you connect with your joy so that you can identify in real time, in living, in your lived experience, what your joy feels like, so that you can have that as a touchstone to bring you into your glow, into your essence, into your divine presence. And the reason that you want to do that I do this on a daily basis, because it's easy to get pulled off track, turn on the news, listen to the neighbor, do whatever, and we can get pulled off. So we have to remind ourselves to stay connected to our joy, to our love, to our purpose. So several years ago, Michael and I, we developed this purpose statement. And this purpose statement has been very grounding for us, very connecting. It's given us a sense of where we're going, why we're going there, who we are at our core, and how we want to show up in the world as our glowing, magnificent selves. And so we're driving along, and I said to Michael, okay, let's think of times that we were really happy in our lives, all the way back to the very beginning, as far back as we can remember. And there's snapshots, isn't there? Snapshots of moments, like you look at a photograph album of your family, of your past, and you thumb through it, and your gaze will land on a particular moment in time when you were doing something that you were so happy to be doing. Maybe it was with loved ones, maybe it was doing something that you love to do. And when you were doing that thing, when you were engaged with those people, when you were out in nature, when you were physically active, or whatever it was, there's something that you were feeling inside of yourself. And so that's what we got in touch with then. And so as we touched into those memories of those times that was so delicious and so juicy, words started to come up for us. Words like wholeheartedness, words like gratitude, another word, inspiration, elevated. And these words started to bubble up, and we started to share these words with each other. And then we took the next hour to kind of mastermind this statement into reality that would best give us the feeling of joy and love and purpose and meaning. And so we came up with this statement, and it goes like this. And I know Michael's going to be saying this in the other room because we say it at several times. We're a little bit nerdy that way. We're spiritual geeks. We love to say affirmations and mantras and say this purpose statement together all the time, just to bring us together, connect us with life and our purpose. And it goes like this: together, hearts wide open on our joyful adventure, inspired, elevated, and grateful. So that's it. That's our statement. It's our purpose or our mission statement. And it gives us so much comfort and joy and a sense of belonging. And it has been such a touchstone for us. It has inspired big decisions. We've at one point, we just sold everything. After a couple years after we made this statement up, we sold everything, gave all of our goods away, and hit the road and went on an adventure where our hearts were wide open, where we were feeling inspired, elevated, and grateful because we were following our passion. We allowed our joy to guide us to our purpose. So that's what I want to share with you today. So I want you to close your outer eyes, go within, and imagine yourself sitting, looking through a photograph album. And this photograph album is full of snapshots, pictures of you all the way back to birth to now. And you get to thumb through and land on all the positive ones. Now, there could be some negative and things that make your heart feel heavy snapshots in this album. Those you can save for another day. For today, you're here to look at all the positive ones. So thumb through, look at all those great memories, those great snapshots that lit you up, you doing things that you love to do. For me, I love painting. Wow, when I'm in that place, I feel light and love and joy in my body. I feel elevated and inspired to do and be my most highest self. I feel inspired to look out at the world and think to myself, what can I do? What can I bring? What can I cultivate within me so that I can be more me, more authentically me in the world? So that's what you're going for. That's what you're connecting with. Memories, time, feeling words that connect you with what's most alive and important to you. So identify 3 or 4 words that describe you and your feelings when you're most lit up, when you're most doing what you love to do. And once you've landed on those words, just write them down or text them back to yourself. And know that those words that came from your joy will be the guide to your purpose. You can create a statement, just like Michael and I did. Create a statement that grounds you, that guides you, that connects you with what's most alive in you. Because it's that simple. When you can remember a time when you felt most joyful, and you identify what you're feeling within that moment, that's the feeling tone you want to bring into the now moment, because that is your point of it's your most powerful point of activation for the law of attraction. And that's what we're talking about today. You being a cause to the effect of your life. We're always attracting something. We're attracting what we are in consciousness. And what we are in consciousness has to do with what we're feeling in our body. Our body and our mind is connected. So we want to tune in to those high vibrations that lift us into the God realm, that lift us into a space of universal flow, of glowing. So what are your words? Write them down. Take some time today. Don't put it off. Procrastination will get you every time. It will move you out of your flow, out of your glow. Do it. Just do it. Write that purpose statement. Include those 3 or 4 words, and you will say that every day like a mantra, and it will take you, it's like a shortcut, right to your essence, right into your soulful self. So you're occupying yourself, you're grounded in yourself, your soul, and your being as never before. You are the light. You are the light in your life. You simply turn it on by identifying what lights you up, and then that's your mantra. This is what lights me up. Together, hearts wide open on our joyful adventure, elevated, grateful, and inspired. Something like that. Anyway, that's what I'm encouraging you, inviting you to do today, to bring you fully centered in your essence, in your glow. So, as I do on lots of occasions here on Growing Edge Live broadcast, I have created an acronym. And the acronym is GLOW, GLOW. And this acronym is another fast track to finding your joy, finding your purpose, and living in a constant state of gratitude. So G stands for generosity. In order to occupy your spiritual self, your soulful self, you have to be generous. You have to be generous with your energy. Generous means sharing your words of encouragement, sharing your words of positivity and divinity with the world, those words you've just identified. Bring those out into the world through the words. You could, like I talk about light and love and joy and elevation and gratitude and wholeheartedness all the time. Why? Because that's what turns me on. And when I'm turned on, then everything around me, it rises up to that level. And maybe not everything, but it helps. My energy when I show up in a room, if I'm elevated, makes a difference. You too. So we generously share ourself, our words, our energy, our vibration. So that's the G. The L is loving kindness. The L is being loving and being kind and being a light in the world. Loving yourself first and sharing that with the world to the point that that's all you do. You're just a vehicle to be loving and kind. So, GL. The next one is optimistic. You get to be optimistic. That's probably, think about all the people in your life. I know I'm blessed to have a family that has kind of this button turned on. We've been watching the show Ted Lasso, and he is like this eternal optimist. He is so optimistic, and he's a coach of a English football team, and he is so sometimes sickeningly sweet and positive that he can drive people crazy. I've got a couple people in my family that are very similar to this. And it can be a little abrasive when you're not in a real good space, when you're feeling a bit low, or you're feeling a bit anxious, or you're feeling sad. It can be a little overwhelming to have someone so positive and optimistic. But let me tell you, it's such a blessing. So can you be optimistic? And then W is wonder. Can you live in a world of wonder, like Alice in Wonderland? I always used to think when I was a little girl that the book was called Alice in Wonderland, not Alice in Wonderland. But anyway, so can you live in Wonderland? Can you live with a sense of awe and wonder? Because glowing is all about living in this flow, seeing life with vibrant, awake, alive, curious eyes and heart, staying open and optimistic, and practicing loving kindness and being generous, constantly giving, because we live in a universe that is based on this premise, on this principle. The more you give, the more you receive. And it's not all about receiving, and it's not all about giving. It's about understanding the fundamental laws of the universe, which say give, 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 receive, give, receive. And when you're generous with your essence, then you're going to receive all the inspiration you need. When you're loving and kind, you receive that back. When you're optimistic, you'll get results, you'll get support, you'll get encouragement, you'll see. And when you live with wonder and awe and curiosity, you become a blessing to the world. So that's my message today. Glow with your flow, and it's easy. You just remember that your mantra, your purpose statement will take you there, ground you in your flow, activate your glow, and then you can use that acronym, GLOW, generosity, loving kindness, optimism, and wonder. Mwah. Peace and blessings to you. I'm going to do an activation. And if you'd like to support us financially, you can donate at our website, which is growingedgelive.com, or you can go to Venmo and Satya Center, SATYACENTER. So here we go. We're going to do an activation. We're going to ground this in for real right now. So closing the outer eyes and connecting with the one light, the one life, the one power, activating this one universal presence that each of us is. We are presencing God. We are presencing divinity. We are presencing life right here through our physical vehicle. We are a divine center. We are a unique individual expression of the divine made in human form. There's nothing like each one of us. We're each unique, but we're all the same in energy, in vibration, in love, in light at our core. Our essential selves are all connected. Our prayer today, as we sink in, as we connect with this glow, as we connect with our flow, is simply that we let it go, that we don't hold on to anything that is hindering this flow. We let go of confusion and doubt and worry and anxiety, and we simply lean back. We simply relax into God, into grace. And it's in that relaxing, it's in that settling in, it's in that trust that we allow the power of the universe to lead us. We allow our divinity to become our discernment. We allow our love to guide us. We allow our joy to move us forward. We allow love and joy and beauty to be our guides through all that we think and do, and all our interactions in the world. We just show up as the presence. We just show up. without any agenda. We don't worry about how it's going to happen. We let the universe handle that. And we simply trust, just like we trust our next breath, just like we trust that the sun's going to set tonight and it's going to rise tomorrow. We trust that the stars will twinkle in the sky tonight. We trust that the blood will course through our bodies. We trust every step of the way as being natural, easy, gentle, for us, guiding us, leading us, taking us in the right direction all the time. Our steps will be guided. Our path will be illumined. And we'll find ourselves always, feel it now, always in the glow of our flow. For this we are blessed. I know without a shadow of a doubt this is absolutely everyone's birthright. We simply say yes to it today. We relax, we let it go, and we simply let ourselves glow in the most beautiful, authentic, juicy, vibrant, passionate way ever. This is us. This is me. This is us. This is we. We let it glow and we let it flow. Oh, feeling gratitude wash over us today. Gratitude for all that we have to be thankful for. Gratitude for our body, for our mind, for our soulful self coming online today. Gratitude for the Satya community, for the Growing Edge Live broadcasts, for all those around the world that are tuned into truth today, that are taking that next step, that are being a warrior for peace and beauty and liberation and sovereignty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And open your eyes and thank you. It's such a blessing. May you be a channel of blessings today. It's the equinox, so happy spring. We're turning another corner. It's all about balance, equal day, equal night. It's awesome. We're a part of that. Find the equalness in everything you do and bring balance and harmony to your world. Mwah. Bye-bye.